Welcome to another Self-Love Sunday. I'm your host, Namibia, on this self-love journey. This is the podcast where we talk about love, healing, self-care, and information for inspiration. Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to the Self-Love Journey with Namibia YouTube channel and join us on Facebook in the group Self-Love Sundays. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode of Self-Love Sunday, the Self-Love Journey with Namibia, or should I say Bienvenido and Hola. I am recording this on my birthday in the lovely Dominican Republic. And anybody knows me knows that I love birthdays. I love to celebrate mine and other people's because birthdays are definitely worth celebrating. It's a celebration of life. And each day that we are here is a blessing, and each day that we are here is a moment to be a blessing to others. So I just wanted to share with you some tips, or as my father would say, some sages of the ages, things that I've learned that along the journey of life and on the journey of self-love that I just wanted to share with you, just 7 tips. But before I do that, I just wanted to say how grateful I am for this moment to be able to be here before you. So far, it's been a few months on the self-love journey and it's going well. You know, there's been some rough little bumps in the road, or should I say detours in the journey. Little obstacles to overcome, but it's just that obstacles to overcome, not to stop me. Okay, so here I am. It's April, and here we are, and this is actually episode 11, believe it or not. So yeah, so I definitely want people to take a moment to share the YouTube channel and to respond. Let me know what you think. I look at every comment and I appreciate your feedback and want to do better. If there's something that you want me to focus on, please let me know. If there's a book that you want us to focus on for the book of the month, let me know that as well. Okay. So here we go. On a time I recall in school, it said that 40 was the age of wisdom. Okay, that at some time when we turn 40, I guess you become wiser. And then one of my mentors said, "No, it's not 40." After I turned 40, it's like, "Oh no, it is 50." Okay, I don't know. Well, I am 47 now, and I can say that. I know a lot more than I did when I was 40, but I have a long way to go. So my first tip or first nugget of wisdom is that the more that I have learned, the more I realize that I need to know more. The more I learn, the more I need to learn. That you never stop growing, you never stop learning, you never stop reading, never stop exploring. There's a whole world to discover. Not to be complacent and to be just settling with just the present. That there's always room for growth. That none of us know everything. We all can learn from someone else, and you can even learn from a child. So in the vast time of the world, we're just here for a moment, and there's so much to see. And even as I travel in the world, it's opened up to me that much more. So that's why I love to travel. I love to see. To me, traveling is like bringing the textbooks that I've learned over the years, and the maps that I've seen, and the different channels I used to watch, the National Geographic, that's bringing it to life, and be able to see the people and see the history firsthand, and the imprint that people, especially for me personally, the imprint that people of African descent have made in not only Africa but in the diaspora outside of Africa. So the first nugget of wisdom is, for me, the more I learn, the more I need to learn. So the second part, or the second tip that I want to share, is that your life path or your journey, or I can put it towards me, my life path, my journey is my own. It doesn't belong to anyone else. It doesn't belong to my parents or my children, or your significant other, your spouse. It doesn't belong to them. It belongs to you. And every one of us has a unique path, a unique journey, where we may come together on parts of it and we're interconnected, but ultimately you're responsible for your path. You're responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for your joy. You're responsible for the things that you do, the things that you say, okay? And the outcome that happens in your path by what you do, what you say, what you take in, and what you react upon, okay? You are responsible for those things. And so hold yourself accountable. So I'm holding myself accountable. And understanding that my children's life path, that I impact on them and raise them to a certain point, but it comes to a time where your children have to experience life on their own and take the teachings that you gave them and go out into the world and hopefully make sound decisions based upon that, just as you with your parents. So there's things that I'm sure that my parents wanted. My dad actually wanted me to be a lawyer, and I remember when I started college, he even chose my major, and I decided not to do that. I decided that was not my life path, and I think it turned out pretty good, but I think that's something that he wanted to do, was not able to do, or his life path went a different way. But realizing that even with your own children, that you may help guide them, but ultimately their decisions are their own. When they get a certain age, the decisions are on their own. And trust that what you taught, what you instilled in them, will guide them to the right decisions. So we share, like I said, we share parts of ourselves, parts of our lives, and we're connected to one another, but that does not give us control over other people's path. Like even if you're married, it's not a thing where you're controlling the other person. Communication is important, and you're talking to one another and sharing, with each other in this journey of life. So that's one of my nuggets, is that our life path is unique. It's unique to me, and I own it. I choose joy, I choose happiness, and I'm responsible for my actions. So the third one is gratitude. And I mentioned this before. Gratitude, I find I'm grateful for the little things. The little things are big things to me. As you get older, you encounter upon people who maybe the same age as you, who are going through difficult times, health-wise, family-wise, and so have to be grateful for the little things. Like, I'm grateful for it. It might sound silly, but hey, when I wake up in the morning, I say thank you. I'm grateful to be able to wake up and breathe, not to have difficulty with breathing, not to be able to move. Grateful for every step. Grateful for the kind words that I receive from people. I received a lot of well wishes today for my birthday, and I am so grateful for each and every one of those kind words. I'm grateful for people who smile. I am grateful. I'm a foodie, so I'm grateful for every bite of food. So I am truly grateful for a lot of things. And for me, when I have moments that are where I have those obstacles in the road, and I have things that happen that are not great, that are those dark moments, it brings me back. Being grateful brings me back to my center. It brings me back to remembrance of how blessed I am, and not to complain about things. You don't want to, well, me personally, don't want to complain about things, because I am blessed. And you don't want to forget. Sometimes when you complain, you forget how blessed you are. You count your blessings and you forget. And then when something in your life happens, when those blessings are removed from you, then you end up remembering. So you don't want to wait until that happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but you don't want to wait until something traumatic happens for you to become grateful, to be forgetful, or forget how the use of your arms, how blessed you are to have that to each step. Because when it doesn't work, then you're indeed brought into remembrance of how important those things are to you. All right, so you want to have an attitude, as one of my mentors, who's called Dear Cream, says, have an attitude of gratitude and thanksgiving. Another thing that I have learned along my path is that time is of the essence. I am 3 years shy of 50, okay? Tomorrow is not promised, and it's true. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. So I don't know how long I have, but each day that I have is a blessing, and I want to make the most of it. So for me, I am very mindful of how I spend my time, who I spend my time with, what I am doing with that time. So I am mindful so I do not waste my time, okay? Well, there's times when I choose to just sit down and relax. I mean, that's a choice to me to replenish myself, but to be around toxic people, that's the thing that I choose not to do. To be around people, and that's people who complain a lot, people that speaks negativity all the time. Those I just can't do it. Anymore. I just can't. I choose not to. So I want to fill my time with things that are meaningful to me. Okay. And like I said, meaningful to me, it might not be meaningful to you, and that's okay. You need to find out what's meaningful to you and spend your time with that. Okay, so time is of the essence. Savor each moment. I think that's self-explanatory. The next one is kind of linked to the ones that I said before. Is number 5 is to find joy. Look for it. It's all around us. Find joy and expect it. Find peace of mind. Don't be consumed with worrying and stress. Okay, easier said than done. Namibia, I know, but it is so important. Stress is something that will diminish your quality of your life and even take years off of it. So, but there are so many reasons to be joyful. That's when we go back to that gratitude, having an attitude of gratitude of Thanksgiving. Find joy. Live your life and find joy. Smile. There's some people who just don't smile. Like, I don't get it to smile. It's okay, In Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, says a smile is a blessing. It's your charity to other people. To smile is your charity. It's your giving of yourself. When you smile, and you don't know, and it's kind of hard right now when we don't have our mask on, but if you're in a place where you don't have your mask on, or if you're in your car or you see somebody, like, it's okay to smile. Because even like sisters, I'm talking to the sisters, I'm talking to us. A lot of times we don't even smile at each other. No, we look at each other like, what's she looking at? No, you smile, it's okay, Or if you smile at a brother, doesn't mean that, you want him or he wants you, whatever, you just smile. You don't know what your smile is doing to someone. Like, you might have somebody may be having a rough day, and it might be at the last straw, and feeling so down that no one cares, and then your smile turns them around. Okay, that simple thing, your smile means a lot. Okay, so I guess somebody told me smile while you still have teeth. Okay, so take care of them teeth and smile. It's okay. Smile. It's all right to smile. Okay, number 6. Look for the good, acknowledge the good, and compliment it. So we are all made of like yin and yang. We have good sides, we have negative sides, to us, but we all have that good side, and there's something good that you can find in the people that are around you. I can say that, you just said not to be around toxic people, but not to be yeah, but sometimes you might be in a work environment or a family situation where, it might be a little toxic situation, but until you're able to remove yourself completely from that, you might just have to learn how to deal with some coping skills, basically. And part of the coping mechanism for me is to find good in people and compliment them, acknowledge the good, or give a compliment to somebody that's like, not just something that's just like far from the truth, that is really genuine. Like, if you see somebody with a nice outfit on, it's okay to say, girl, the outfit's nice, okay? Hey, or hey, you look really nice today, or that was a great, job that you did, or I really appreciate what you said, So, I see what you're doing, your effort, and you're doing a great job. If I never told you this, I think that you are a wonderful person, and I've always admired you. Just tell people about the good. Share that good without without being on blast. Like, and what I mean by that, like, you don't have to just get a microphone and say, hey, guess what? No, you can just say something else. Look, I really appreciate you. Or like me, I am a person that I'm so old school. I keep thank you cards. I've always had thank you cards. So I will send somebody a thank you card. They write, and people hold on to them, or they don't. It's okay. Like, the simple, showing the gratitude, appreciation for people. So, and compliment them on their card. They still sell them at the dollar store. So you can grab up a couple of them and share, your appreciation for a person and give them a compliment. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. You might want to try that just a day, and just compliment people and notice how you will bring, cheering and like a joy to other people. And it's a great feeling to be a source of joy for other people. I don't know about you, but for me it is, and it is a blessing to be a blessing to other people. So it just changes the frequency, of the environment. It does. And so I'm not going to hold you. The last one I have is to give without expectation. Yeah. So I'm gonna give, but just give like random acts of kindness. Everybody's not going to acknowledge you and give you like, hey, high five, and that's okay. Because there are blessings in giving and sharing, whether it is sharing your time or your talent, or giving a little gift or a donation if you can to help out an organization or a cause. We are here to make an imprint on this earth, to leave a legacy, to be helpful to other people. So we definitely want to give without expectations. Giving without expectations, you'll find that you'll get in the long run. You'll get in other ways. It's okay. So that's what I have, age 47. So I am very curious to find out, what are your words of wisdom? What are your tips, them things that you've learned during the journey? So if you could share in your comments, if you want to DM me, that's great. I want to know, because like I said, I'm constantly learning. I want to learn from you. So thank you for joining me on this journey today. And 3 affirmations, and the affirmations are words of empowerment. The words have power. Words have they can be transformative. So it's important to speak life and positivity over yourself and others. And so I want to leave you with 3. 3 is a magic number. You can repeat after me. Say this, or I encourage you to have your own affirmations, or if you pick from this, and to say them daily, to speak over it and believe it, embody it, and then you'll realize that it will become true. These are truths. These are truths. This is not something that's far-fetched. This is something that is true, that you can, that will be a part of you, that can internalize. And the first one I have for you is that I have an attitude of gratitude and thanksgiving. I have an attitude of gratitude and thanksgiving. Number 2 is I look for joy and I expect it. Okay, I look for joy and I expect it. All right. And the last one is that I acknowledge the good in others. I acknowledge the good in others. So thank you again for joining me on the self-love journey. Hopefully this has been a great lesson for you, and if you have something, and I'm sure you do have some words of wisdom, could you please share them with me? Send them on, put them on a comment. Share your wisdom, okay? So we can learn from each other. Something that maybe your grandparents told you that just stuck to you. Something that your parents told you, or something that you gathered on your self-love journey and that, has been helpful to you. Please share them. I'm looking for the comments. I read each and every one of them. I thank you for those of you who have been there from day one, and those of you who have just joined in. Okay, please continue to join in as we grow on this self-love journey together. Thank you again, and take care. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and hope to see you next Sunday.